guys, happy Thursday. Oh my gosh, we're outside right now. I finally got a new tripod. Oh my gosh, I love this tripod. So I have a normal place for you to stand. We are outside in my inventory space, what we call the bunker. All my inventory here, I'm doing an inventory audit. Right now, I just filmed a YouTube video on how I do my inventory audit. So if you're not following me on YouTube, it's Mellowstate with an S at the end of it. Definitely go follow me over there. I am going to try my best this year to post consistent content. Sporadically, I've posted in the past, but it was never on a schedule. And I would rather post consistently over there than on TikTok and other things like that. So definitely go give my YouTube a follow. The last video I put out yesterday was a ship with me where I kind of broke down Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari shipping in a little bit more detail, but I can always dive even deeper into that. Hello, Lauren. Today we're doing an inventory audit. I've already pulled a pair of Lululemon shorts, which I talked about in my YouTube video that's going to come out the next Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. So we've gotten rid of a few items so far. Yay. We've kept a few as well. But I'm not going to go into too much depth about how I do this. I'm willing to answer other reselling questions if you have them. But for now, we're just going to kind of work together. So I wanted to say hello to you guys. Hope everybody's new year is going well. Oh my gosh, can you believe it's a new year? So this dress right here, I was so excited when I found this dress. Some Chicos sells really, really well for me. I think the problem with this dress is I was hopeful with my pricing, so I'm not going to get rid of it. I am going to keep it listed even though it's been listed for 290 days. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the price significantly. This is a brand new with a tag, plus size, just absolutely stunning pleated Chico's dress. And I know it's coming up on a year of having this listed, but I don't care. It's going to stay because I know I can make the sale if I just price it a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do. Hello, Johnny. Let me pull this listing up in my inventory. And another thing I do with my audits is I make sure that the SKU number matches the SKU number in the system. Super makes sense, right? Like when something sells, you want to know where it is. So I'm going to delist this. Oh, thanks, Lauren. Oh, that makes me happy. Thank you so much. Any engagement you can give me over on YouTube, I don't want to sound like I'm begging, but it really helps. I appreciate anybody who liked the video, who subscribed to my channel, who did all the things over there. We are going to edit this and cross post it. So this is in bag, each 17. I spent $10 on this dress. My computer's over here, so sorry if I'm like off screen a little bit. And we're going to lower this down to, let me see what this is selling for. I'm rechecking comps. This has been listed for such a long time without being touched that I need to recheck comps because this could be way, way, way over the current comps. And as talked about in my recent YouTube video, you can't price things according to outliers. So some Chico's dresses are selling new with tag for around $49. A very similar one to this is selling for $49. My current listing price was $58. So around, $18 too high? That's crazy. Nobody's going to buy my item just because I want them to spend $18 on it. So I'm actually going to lower it because this has been listed for so long. I'm going to lower the price down to $45, try to beat out some of those other higher selling comps. We love to see it. Make sure everything is right with the shipping. I'm also increasing Mercari prices as I'm editing these things because Mercari has updated their fees. Don't forget that, you guys. Mercari's fees are updated. It's really important that that you don't forget to increase your pricing. It's not fun. Let me just change the shipping on this. And this one's good to go. So this one is going to stay in my inventory. Yes, it's a very, very old listing, but why is that? Okay, let me go back onto eBay. It's a very, very old listing. This has been listed for some time, but it hasn't even gotten the chance to perform because I listed it way too high to begin with. So my fault. Again, I may make really good money reselling. I may come on here and teach you guys, but I also try to teach you guys when I make mistakes. I am in no way perfect. Trust me when I tell you that. Oh boy, I make plenty of mistakes. I pick up things I shouldn't. I price things too high. I lose things in my inventory. I mean, all day, every day. Well, maybe not all day, every day, but it happens. So I try to show you guys that it's okay to make a mistake. One of my subscribers, such a darling little post, she told me that, well, she told all of us that she made a mistake and she was so upset at herself. And guys, making mistakes is how you learn, so don't beat yourself up over it. I am constantly still making mistakes, so we're gonna relist this. Actually, let's hear some of your guys' mistakes in the comments, just so we can like normalize making mistakes. If you've made a mistake recently, or right off the top of your head talking about mistakes, you're like, oh my gosh, I remember when I did that. I want to hear your little mess ups, just to not like beat you down, but to encourage other people who have also probably made the same mistakes as you. Stacy asked, are you adjusting the price or creating a new listing / sell similar? Good question. I am, for eBay, for this specific one, I actually relisted it, sold similar, and adjusted the price. For Poshmark, I just adjusted the price because my virtual assistant will eventually go in there and completely relist it as a new listing. I'm not too concerned about staying on top of like, oh, well, I just adjusted the price, I'm going to relist it. My things are constantly being relisted because of my virtual assistant, so I don't feel the need to stay on top of that as much as just making sure my inventory is priced according to the comps. Hopefully that makes sense. Guys, oh my gosh, inventory audits, although they take time and they're pretty annoying to do, they are so satisfying to get rid of things that you just don't want to see in your inventory anymore. And I talked about this in my YouTube video, but I have a few different ways of getting rid of stale inventory for me. Like this dress is going. This hasn't been listed for a year. It's been listed for 308 days. But, I mean, I guess I could keep it for a little longer. I paid way too much money on this. Mixed up labels on Poshmark for the first time. Sent the packages to the wrong people. Poshmark's pretty good with fixing packages and stuff, though. So, what should I do with this? I want to hear what you guys would do. I bought this dress for $9. I have it listed for 308 days. And this is such a cute dress. What's this brand? And comps are quite literally all over the place. Let's see. There's a few of the, actually, there's a $25 comp. These are not for the same exact dresses. I don't see a comp for this exact dress, but similar styles sell for around $20, $25. One of them sold for $58. Because this comps are so low, I'm going to list this in a Whatnot show and let somebody else get enjoyment out of this. Whether they try to sell it themselves. I mean, they'll be getting it at much lower cost of goods than I did. We're going to move on from that item. I am being brutal. I just got rid of some Lululemon. I've gotten rid of Lily Pulitzer. Like, I'm just being super brutal with this audit. So anything that you see that I'm getting rid of, will most likely end up on Whatnot. If you want your turn to grab it, keep it for yourself, sell it on these sites, you know, do all the things with it, you can go follow me on Whatnot. Oh, that reminds me. I can share with you another mistake I made, you guys. I had these, I was doing my inventory audit. I posted about these. Exactly. An Easter dress. So somebody can buy it from me on Whatnot and wear it to Easter and then sell it themselves. I get a lot of, well, actually, I've gotten people saying like, why would you get rid of it just to sell it? Why would somebody buy it from you on Whatnot when you couldn't sell it yourself? It's hard to say that there are clienteles for online reselling business, but I definitely cannot sell what I see other people selling on social media. I've tried to take inspiration from what other people are able to sell, especially men's clothing. I see people flipping men's clothing all day, every day. It sells so well for them. I do not have the certain touch to sell men's clothing. I just don't sell it well. So I will gladly get rid of every single men's item in my closet and give it to somebody else to sell for profit, because what I can't sell, other people can sell, and it's just a constant revolving door. So that's why I sell things on Whatnot, or I take things to buy, sell, trade. A mistake I also recently made, just to humble myself even more, is I listed these. I found these in my inventory audit. They were unlisted. I listed them. I don't know why I only thought I had 2 of them. So when I went to pull the sale, when these sold, I pulled the first 2 I saw, not realizing I had a 3rd one. And I actually sent one. I actually swapped one. So this is one she was supposed to get. She got 2, one of them not being the one she ordered. So because it was my fault, 100%, I'm just going to send this to her free of charge. I have to do that today. I cannot forget. Let me put this in my pocket. But when I make a mistake, I'm happy to fix it. So yeah, that's why I post things to Whatnot. People message me all the time like, hey, or they'll come into my show and be like, I bought this from you for $8 and I sold it for $76. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's awesome. So it's definitely, there's so much that goes into it. Somebody could be better at making titles than you. Somebody could be better at photos than you, pricing than you. It all just, there's so many little things that matter when making a listing. Hopefully that makes sense. Sarah, hello. So yeah, I have to be sure to get that lipstick out today. Moving on, I already know this is going to be kept. This is a J. McLaughlin piece. I can tell just by the pattern of it. Most of my J. McLaughlin pieces are up to date. Is this another H14? Because I'm constantly revolving in and out of J. McLaughlin stuff. It's a really great seller for me, so that's good to go. The pricing is good to go. And once I do my audit again, like halfway through the year, I'll reconsider prices if some of them have sat. Hi, Carrie, how are you? Sherry said, I tried a Whatnot show and couldn't get the items to load. Definitely user error. I only had 2 people in the show, so it would not have been very successful. So first of all, you can have 1 person in the show and you can still have a successful show. It's a lot harder, I will say, to be only talking to 1 person. But if you find that right person, if the right person finds you, you could sell 10 items to 1 singular person. So don't get discouraged about viewership. But the loading the items definitely can be hard when you have good stuff and you're not able to run it because something went wrong, all that stuff. Heather asked, hey Kelsey, on eBay, do you allow offers? If so, right away or after listed a while? I allow offers on all my stuff on eBay because if somebody wants it for $3 less and the sell-through rate isn't 100% and the comps are kind of all over the place, you better believe I'm going to accept that $3 less offer. Do I get lowball offers? Yes. Do I care? No, I ignore them. People make such a big deal about lowball offers. Literally ignore them and move on. It doesn't matter. People will always, 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 including myself, try to get the lowest price for something. This is another J. McLaughlin piece, literally just listed yesterday, so that's going to be kept. This is a Roan piece. I feel like maybe, did I go through this box? No, because I pulled 2 items. This is a Roan piece. I had to have gone through this box. No, I didn't. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do I pre-list all your items or I just pull them? I do not pre-list anything. When I first started out on Whatnot, I preloaded everything. So when I only had 10 people in my show, I wanted those people who came into my show and clicked on it to be able to look through my auction and see if there was stuff they wanted so I can maintain those viewers. That's super important when you're starting Whatnot, especially when I'm going into people's show who have like 2 or 3 viewers. If they're doing random pulls, I don't stay very often. Because my time is valuable. I am on Whatnot not to shop for myself, but to shop for my business. So if I go into a show and they're messing around, they're taking forever to run an item, I am out the door, on to the next. So if you're a new Whatnot seller, that's something to consider, is to preload your items. Because then somebody could go into your show and say, hey, can you run this? Hey, I also want that actually, and this piece, and that piece. And they can make a real nice bundle in literally less than 10 minutes. And they can be on to the next show. So preloading, highly recommend doing that if you are a new Whatnot seller. Yes, I did know the P.O. box. I did know the post office is closed today. Yes, I did. I have a scheduled pickup for tomorrow. Part of me thinks I went through this box, but there's still stuff. Maybe I only half went through it. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully that helps with Whatnot. Definitely preload your stuff. California boot, Madewell. So these are a pair of Madewell pants. Very picky about what Madewell would pick up. People love it. I sell it on Whatnot. It sells okay, not for a lot of money, but it does sell okay. And I love giving things new homes. So I'm gonna see how long these have been listed. And over time, once you start making a name for yourself over on Whatnot, you have the luxury of maybe not preloading things all the time, because you have to compare the amount of work you're putting in. So for me, it's just, I haven't preloaded a show in forever. So honestly, I think it would be a really fun experiment to preload like a Jay McLaughlin show and see if preloading it and spending that time actually makes more money. Because if it did, then it's something to consider. But I just haven't preloaded a show in so long that I don't know if it would be worth it. And that's something that maybe in the future I will look into. But if I preload it, if I spend an hour preloading a show and I make the same exact amount of money, I'm not going to preload that show. This is a business after all. We are all in the market to make money. I don't know what. These are only listed on one site. So another reason why I do inventory audits. These Madewell pants, a great style too, they're the Cali boot, is only listed on one of my sites. It's only listed on Poshmark. These are a size 28, Lauren. So how's it going to sell on eBay if it's not listed on eBay? So I'm going to make sure the inventory SKU number is in this, but I'm going to list it on the other sites, and I am going to actually keep the price the same. Did take a time. Sherry says I did take a lot of time to preload. I did it to have name of items available for when they sold. I can match them up. Yeah, perfect. And I'm also going to list them on eBay. Yeah, so I definitely didn't go through this box because I would not have missed that. That makes me feel good. We'll see if those sell anytime soon now that they're actually listed. And this can be... Erin's doing a Whatnot show tonight, by the way. This is an item I already know I'm going to be getting rid of. It's a Harley Davidson men's embroidered t-shirt. I picked this up on Whatnot to sell. Again, men's stuff. I am very, very, very picky about the men's stuff I pick up because I have a hard time selling it. I do sell men's shoes all day, every day, but men's clothing, it's just a slow seller for me. I'd rather throw this into a Whatnot show, into like a men's exclusive Whatnot show, and sell it to you guys who can make money off of it. But this is getting delisted. I'm going to throw this into a show and hopefully recoup my money from it. That's all I can really ask. My struggle was toggling between phone and computer. I run my shows exclusively off my phone. I do not have a computer. I've considered using my old computer to run shows. But for those of you who asked, I've gotten this question before, how do you run a show? I literally use this exact setup. I have a light behind you guys. I have you on a tripod, and I run everything straight off my phone. I do understand if you preloaded shows, it's a little bit more involved because you have to find the exact item to run it. But even when I preloaded shows, I was only using my phone. So you don't need a lot of stuff to start a reselling business. You really, really don't. My first Whatnot show, I had 2 people in my show, and I had my phone set up on my chest of drawers in my bedroom, is where I ran off. My first show was in my bedroom with my bed in the background, just a mess. And I had my phone leaning against my TV, and it like fell a few times, but you know, it's fine. Everybody starts somewhere. So have you ever tried selling on Etsy? No, I sell downloads on Etsy, like downloadable reselling educational material on Etsy, but I do not sell clothing and stuff like that. I'm going to keep this, make sure it's listed. It's getting a little warm. Do I have a second person helping in Whatnot shows? When I am running a show, when you see me on camera, there is nobody else helping. However, my sister, Erin, who was just in the chat a second ago, she does run shows for me. And when she's running those shows, it's usually just her. And then I'm in the chat sometimes talking to you guys. But when I'm on camera, it's only me downstairs. When Erin's on camera, it's almost always just her. It's not like a 2-team thing. It's I have her run a show, and then I'll run shows as well. I only recently, everything you've seen in my reselling business so far as of last year, Erin started helping me this year, maybe a little bit of last year too in December. Definitely in December, actually. Everything I've done, you can do this by yourself. You can make 6 figures. You can make whatever amount you want by yourself. It just takes a lot more time. But now that I'm trying to grow my business, I have had Erin help me a lot more. And a lot of people in the background helping me do stuff. So yeah, fun, but it's doable. I did it by myself for a very, very long time. Sometime maybe you can show how you track who bought what on Whatnot. I can really only explain it because I'm not going to ever show somebody's invoice because the invoice has all their personal information on it. But basically, when you end a Whatnot show, you will be brought immediately. It will say up top, if you're on your computer, it will say it's time to ship, or you have X amount of orders to ship. You'll click that button and it will bring you to the shipping page. And it's exactly what you would expect for a shipping page. It has the person's name. It has, if you click their name, it will bring a drop down of all their items. For me, because I do random pulls, let's say Erin came on and bought 10 items from me. She bought 3 light pulls, 2 medium pulls, and 1 heavy pull, whatever. She bought a bunch of stuff. Because I only do random pulls and I do it by weight, I have to know, in the background, I have to have those items numbered in some way, or I have to have them in a pile somewhere, or I have to go back and watch the entire clip individually, like all the individual video clips, which I do not recommend doing. That would take forever. You have to have an inventory, like a tracking system in the background. I do the pile method right now, which has changed probably as of like 4 months ago. I used to do the number system where each item would have a number with it correlated to it. So it would say light pool number 1, medium pool number 17. And that's how I used to organize my sales and do shipments. Now I simply say, okay, Erin bought X items. Erin gets a pile with a sticky note on it. So at the end of the show, when I pull Erin's invoice, it's going to say she has 6 items. I already know Erin's pile is right here. This is Erin's pile. This is what she's getting put into a box. And that it literally takes me 15-20 minutes to ship an entire 70 item whatnot show. It takes no time doing it what I call the box method. So I recommend looking into that if you haven't already. But there's also other methods like the number system. You can, if you do type in individually all the items, then it's super easy. All you have to do is look at the item they bought and match it with the buyer. But Whatnot gives you an invoice. It will say, this is a person who bought it. This is their username. This is their address. They bought 6 items. Here's the items they bought. And it's like that. It's super easy. You have to think, thousands and thousands of people are selling on Whatnot. It has to be easy if that many people are using the platform consistently with no problems. And they also have video receipts too. So let's say you put somebody's item in the wrong pile by accident, or you get confused during the show. You can literally click a button that says video receipt, and it will show you selling the item to whoever bought it. And you can go off that too. So you have like physical, visual evidence of that. So super easy. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't started Whatnot, it is a huge moneymaker. You can really do well over there. NT Way. Hopefully that was helpful. Do I want to keep these? Do I want to keep these? Did you say you delist and then sell similar or end the listing? I sell similar. It's ended and then I sell similar or relist it. It doesn't matter, I don't think. Preferably, I would like to delist it and then sell similar. Or like end listing. I don't really think it matters. This time around when I did it, I ended it and then relisted it. But you can also completely delist it and relist it. You know, there's like so many different ways to do it. No, I do not wash anything after I get home from thrifting unless it needs to be washed. And that being said, I also try not to pick stuff up that smells and has holes and has stains. I do the work while I'm thrifting to not have to do the laundry and stuff. So keep that in mind. That's really important. If I'm picking up an item that reeks of smoke or a BO, I wouldn't even be picking it up. It would stay at the thrift store, no matter how good of an item it is. I'm not a laundry service. I hate doing laundry with a passion. So I wouldn't even pick the item up to begin with if it had stains, or obviously I missed some things. And in that case, if the item is worth cleaning or whatever, if let's say it's $100 profit item, then of course I'm gonna freaking be washing that. But I try to avoid that at all costs. These bins were from an estate sale. I use them. I don't know where they bought them originally. They're Sterilite bins, but I don't know where they originally got them. I bought them from an estate sale, and I use them for everything. All the bins, I have more back there, all from an estate sale. I just reuse them over and over and over again to hold different buyouts, to hold different inventory. Some stuff that has been listed for a while has 0 views. Melanie says, do you relist it or leave it alone? Another misconception, I don't pay attention to views. I never have, never will, could care less about views. It takes one viewer to buy an item. I'm not going to sit and stare at my phone to check viewers. If you're that type of person who does look at views, it might not be it needs to be relisted option. It may just be your item is not not desirable. I mean, I'm going to be super brutal right here. Your item might not be desirable. If it has 0 views, not a lot of people are obviously looking for your item. The second thing, it might be the price of your item. If this item that you have listed is selling for 20 and you have it listed for 30, nobody's going to click on that item. It also could be the listing, your photos, your title. If you don't have a good title, people aren't even going to find your item to click on your item to give you the view. So no, I would not relist the item to try to get views. I would do an audit on that item and say, is this actually an item people are looking for? Is it priced right? Is the title good? Are the photos good? All that good stuff. Sorry if that was brutal, but don't pay attention to the views. Pay attention to your sales and pay attention to the comps and sell-through rate before you even list the item. Are you going to be offering mentorship calls again soon? Not right now. There were problems with disputes and stuff like that, so I'm not even going to mess around with mentorship calls at this moment. Like in January, I'm not messing with them. That's not to say in the future I won't, but for right now, it's really hard to make one-on-one calls worth my time, which again sounds really mean, but at the end of the day, this is a business. I want to make money during my time while working, so I don't know when mentorship calls are going to happen. If they happen, we have to do some tweaking in the background, but I do miss meeting with you guys. I did have a great time meeting with you, talking with you, getting to know like your business strategy. You guys also taught me a ton of stuff. But at this specific moment in time, they're kind of on a hold, which is fine. And I do apologize for saying they were going to come back after the holidays and they never did. Sometimes I just have to give it time to figure out what we're going to be doing. What is going on here? Why I want this list? So yeah, that's that. And I also want to make it like I want you guys to be able to afford the call. I don't want to be like this astronomical pricing, but I have to figure out a way to make it worth it for both of us. I know it is really sad, Trish, that people took advantage of it. Somebody asked how long I keep items before I get rid of it. I am going to be asking that in the YouTube video I post next week. Guys, if you're not following me on YouTube, I'm really going to start cranking down videos, long form videos, rather than my short form 30-second, minute and a half videos. Go follow me. It's Mellowstate with an S at the end. Mellowstates. I have a handful of videos out. I used to post and then I stopped posting, and now I'm really, this 2025 is the year I'm going to try to grow my YouTube. Like really, that is my one main goal. So go follow me if you're not already. I don't know what the heck is happening with this.
Are you live?
Oh, yes, you scared me.
Hello.
You see Dan? Reach out. So yeah, that's the deets behind the mentorship and stuff. Fingers crossed I sit down and actually create a plan, because at this point it's just been, I haven't had even a moment to think about like how I could do it again. So oh my gosh, Trish. Well, I hope you follow me. Just kidding. Only follow me if you want. If you don't want to follow me, you don't have to. But liking the videos over there, if you have any questions, any reseller questions, you can also ask me in my YouTube comments. Okay, I don't know. I'm like literally just scrolling back and forth on this item because this isn't working. Let's do it this way. And also, for those of you who didn't see, I got the Ray-Ban filming glasses. So I've always loved filming thrift with me's. I have literally so many clips in my phone right now of thrift with me's that I just haven't posted because they're all over the place. So I'm really excited to start filming more consistently with hopefully an easier thing, because I hate pulling out my phone at the thrift store and filming and then looking at, I don't know. It's just like this weird thing with me. But hopefully having those glasses will help me make better thrift with me / hauls. That's the content I'd like to lean into potentially, and like how to's, like shipping, all that good stuff. I want to do everything on YouTube. But hopefully one of my favorite videos I have over on YouTube right now is a thrift with me. Like I shopped a little bit and then I brought you guys home and showed you what I actually left the store with. I really like that video. So that's, hopefully that will turn out good. Deb asked, you're going to focus on YouTube versus TikTok. Yes, that's not to say I'm going to stop posting on TikTok, but TikTok I'm like almost never monetized from. I've made like, I don't even know how much money, barely any freaking money on TikTok. And YouTube, there's better monetization, ability to monetize your videos. Plus TikTok, having to make a 1-minute video every single day, it might not sound exhausting, but it really is exhausting trying to think of things to make. And there's so much information about reselling to try to fit into such a teeny little tiny short video that only maybe gets like 10,000, 20,000 views. It's just like, it's just a lot of work. So I'd rather focus on YouTube. So we'll see. I said that last year. I was like, I'm going to grow my YouTube page 10,000 followers. I wrote that down in my New Year's goals. And I like posted maybe 10 videos, maybe like 8 something videos over there. So, but this year, Wednesday is my posting day. So keep your eye out. Yeah, the glasses have a video camera. All right, I'll tell you what, when I go live, I get almost no inventory auditing done. I am going to lower the price of these items. This is a pair of Roca shorts. Slow sell-through rate. They've been listed a while, but I think I have hope for them. Actually, no, I'm just gonna get rid of. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Where's my box? This is a pair of Adriana Goldschmied. I got the glasses from, no, they're Ray-Ban. They're Meta Ray-Ban. These are not the glasses at Videotape, just to be clear. They're in the mail. They're coming soon. Sorry if I said that incorrectly. Okay. Oh, gray. Okay. This is an item I am going to totally drop the price on them because I've been listing consistently around the $20 range, and on one of my platforms this is listed for $30, which is just crazy. So I'm going to drop these down. I picked these up on Whatnot to sell. So I'm going to relist them cheaper and hopefully they sell quickly. Oh, Carrie asked, how many totes did you fill with inventory your first year reselling? My first year of reselling was like 10 years ago. I literally have no idea. I don't even remember the inventory system that I started out with. It was so long ago. When I was in college, I remember I had one singular box that I kept inventory in, and it was in the back corner of my closet. One copy paper box. And when I was a kid, because when I first started reselling, I was literally in middle school, and I would find things throughout the house and throughout my room that I wasn't using. So the stuff I was selling was like hanging up on a hanger in my closet because I was wearing it while it was listed. So way different. I have no clue. It was so long ago. When I first started getting serious, my inventory almost always looked like bins like this, and I almost have always had 2 racks. Now, whether they were all filled is a different thing. I always had the racks there, or the boxes there, but not a lot of them were filled. But definitely always one was filled. What made me start all those years ago? I have a little short about this. It's a good question. It's kind of fun. My grandmother and I used to coupon, and I would have tons and tons of stuff that I got for free, and I listed one of the mascaras that I got for free on Poshmark, and they sold almost instantly. And then I had somebody in the comments saying, "I've been looking for these. Do you have any more?" And I was like, "No, I don't have any more of these. I only have like 3." And so my first sale ever was actually a discontinued beauty product, which I absolutely love selling. I wish my thrift stores stocked them more, but they just don't stock very many beauty products. There's like one in my area where I can consistently find beauty products. So yeah, I was a couponer, and then from there, I just loved the hustle. I loved making money. Every single one of my hobbies, like thrifting, is a hobby, still is a hobby. Every single one of my hobbies somehow turns into making money off of it. I just love that. So yeah, that's how we started. And then from there, I started selling like if you guys go back onto my Poshmark and look at some of my oldest listings, I was selling things for dirt cheap, and my listings were horrible. I literally had like I sold a pair of giant baby socks that I got on clearance at Walmart, and my listing title, I think, literally was giant socks, baby socks. That's it. That's all I put, and somehow they sold. But yeah, I love the hustle. Even today, I look at some of my listings that I did 3 months ago, and I'm like, I can change something about that. That's not good enough. So it's a constant growing, constant learning, constant research, and I love it. I have an inventory system. Each box has a letter correlated with it. Inside the box is the numbers 1 through 30. And so like for this box right here, I'm going through box H. There's H 1 through 30. When an item sells, I take them out of the bag and then I reuse this. So I have a box of these up in my office, and having an empty H3 bag means that H3, the spot in my inventory box, is open to be filled. So then I just reuse this bag over and over and over again. Easy. But I do have a video about, I have a few videos about that actually. Okay, like this shirt, I already know I'm getting rid of. It's going bye-bye. I'm not even gonna look up well, I guess I'll look up how long this is listed just for you guys, but I don't want this in my inventory. It's been relisted so many times. Do kids' clothes sell good on eBay? I don't sell kids' clothes. I know people make really good money from selling kids' clothes, but I would be asking somebody else what kind of kids' clothes sell good. Okay, who wants to guess how long this has been listed? Oh. If somebody guesses how long this has been listed, I'm going to be... It's a Neiman Marcus little button-down plaid shirt. And this is why inventory audits are important. That shirt has been listed. Any guesses? Any guesses? I'm going to finish off this box and then get off. My throat is feeling like... I feel like sickness is upon us. That shirt has been listed for 526 days, I think it was. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm really being quite brutal on the men's stuff because I don't like selling men's clothing. The only men's clothing I really do like picking up is sweaters, jackets, and shoes. I do have a lot of men's pants in my closet. Actually, the last one I did was a pair of men's pants, so I guess I sell men's pants pretty good. But I don't know what it is about shirts, button-downs, polos. I just can't sell them for the life of me, so I'm kind of just clearing out and telling myself we're not going to buy button-down shirts and stuff like that again. Oh, this is a good... And sometimes that has to happen. Like for the person who just asked about kids' clothes. I used to pick up kids' clothes at the bins when I can find them cheap enough. But I don't sell, like, I'd have like 3 kids' clothes in my closet at a time. It just didn't go with my clientele. So I kind of swore off selling kids' clothes for the most part. Not because they're not good sellers or you can't make money from them, but just because for me and for my business, it just was not working out. So... I'm going to get rid of these and sell them in a Whatnot show. 1, because they've been listed for a long time. And 2, because everybody in my Whatnot show, they kind of like democracy over there. So I'll give those a try over there, try to recoup my money, free up a spot in my inventory, and move on. And that's the last of this box. So I think I got rid of like 6 items from this box. It's almost empty. I can't tell you guys how great of a feeling it is to look at a box when I come to put in like recently photographed items away and I see that the item is going into an almost empty box. It's such a great feeling. So I'm gonna continue working. I'll be doing this one next. I think I might go in and get myself a little yogurt because I'm a little hungry, and then I'm gonna come back out here and keep working. Also, Erin is going to come out and help me photograph, so I have to pull items for her to photograph from this pile over here. Well, you guys can't see it, but I would recommend looking for items in your house. If you want to start reselling, look for items in your house that you don't use. Look up the sell-through rate. Look up a video, how to find sell-through rate and how to find comps. Ask yourself if it's worth listing, which if you're starting, I think anything's worth listing because it gets you, like, kind of dips your toes into the water. And start on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari. Poshmark's definitely the easiest. But yeah, that's all, folks. We love a good clean out. We love a good clean out. Again, go make sure you're following me on my YouTube. I'm going to release a video on how, like a pretty good breakdown of how I do these inventory audits that you can like watch back and replay and all that good stuff on Wednesday. I'm going to edit it at some point and get it up on Wednesday. Maybe even earlier. We'll see. It's so freaking cold outside. At this point, I'm just avoiding going out there. Anyway, I have a show potentially tonight. Erin might be running a show tonight over on Whatnot, and then she has a bundle show on Whatnot tomorrow night, which the Friday night bundle shows are always a lot of fun if you haven't been to one of them. We literally sell brand new with the tag clothing bundles for $3 a piece. And people get some really good deals. So definitely go bookmark that one. She'll be running that one. Anyway, peace. See you soon. Bye, guys.